Mexico and China put retaliatory tariff on Trump's America. After Trump put 10% tariff on China and 25% tariff on Mexico. But both Mexico and China got inspiration from another nation. This nation is not enemy of United States, but it is happening purely out of different reason. This nation was instead ally of United States, member of NATO, member of G7, member of G20 and member of Five Eye Alliance. That nation is almost same as United States in terms of culture, lifestyle, people, food, religion and others. Their people are considered as one of the nicest people and most decent people in the entire world. That nation is Canada. Canada got 25% tariff from Trump, and hence Canada under Trudeau's leadership put retaliatory tariff on Trump's America. Why this happened? What are its root cause? We will explore in this video. So let us begin. This entire batshit crazy relationship between Trump and Trudeau began in 2017. Trudeau always used to mock United States. Like whenever Trump used to impose restriction on Mexican migrant, Trudeau used to instead welcome millions of Mexican migrants in Canada. When Trudeau used to show that things are getting good because of more liberal policy and used to belittle Trump, who used to be more illiberal policy. As a result, Trudeau always used to mock Trump in front of other world leaders, especially in international meetings. And slowly, Trudeau was showing belligerence as well as indifference and ill attitude towards Trump. Remember, Trudeau's attitude is not the attitude of average Canadian. We believe most average Canadian loves Trump and in fact wants Trump to be their leader presently. So let's move ahead. The recent clash between Trump and Trudeau began in 2023. That is when Trudeau began mocking Pierre Poilievre by calling him Maple MAGA. Basically, maple is national symbol of Canada and maple syrup is the national syrup of Canada. And MAGA is Make America Great Again, Trump's slogan, basically ridiculing Trump, calling him fascist, calling him terrorist, calling him bigot, and began associating Trump with Pierre Poilievre. And Pierre, in return, instead of being pro-Trump, are going anti-Trump by saying he has nothing to do with Trump, he will never meet United States President, blah, 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 and appeasing Trudeau, especially in international policies. And hence, as a result, Trudeau began capitalizing on it. Trudeau thought that Trump will not win 2024 US election. But unexpectedly in November, Trump won the election. And Trudeau got scared. Trudeau immediately came to Mar-a-Lago to appease Trump not to put tariff. But Trump already made up his mind. He will put tariff anyway. As a result, he returned back to Canada and began preparing his counter move. And then came 1st February, after Trump swearing in put tariff on Canada. Trudeau got furious and Trudeau also put retaliatory tariff in return. But here's the difference. Trump gave legal and valid reasons why he is putting tariff. Unlike Trudeau, who is not giving any valid response and valid reason for why he is taking so much actions. Trump said that fentanyl is coming from Canada in way higher amount than from Mexico, which is true. Second is Trump gives $200 billion subsidy to Canada every month just for the government's survival. Plus, US government has exempted taxation on lot of Canadian products like syrup, soap, trees, wood, etc. Basically, if Trump stopped putting subsidy on Canada, Canada would cease to exist as a nation state. Their government would no longer be existing. And this is why Trump decided to attack Canada. This is not war against Canadian people, as per Trump said. He said Trump's best friends as well as his own relatives lives in Canada. And hence he is taking action just to ensure that Trudeau is taught a tight lesson. But there is another angle which most people are not looking into. That is Alberta. Alberta and other provinces of Canada have very high amount of rich resources like oil, copper, silver, mica, and others, which is required for semiconductors, tablets, PC, rockets, and other things like medicines, which is required to make United States independent and not rely on nations like China or Russia who are enemy of United States. They can make themselves independent completely, non-reliance on others. And if this happens, then United States will be very powerful nation in the world. And yes, all provinces in Canada are going pro-Trudeau, anti-Trump, except for one, that is Alberta. Alberta's Danielle Smith is opposing this. She said Trudeau is a stupid person, black-faced, stupid, moron, adult kid. And hence, she is trying all her best to please Trump not to push tariff on Canada's province named Alberta. And yes, Trump did listen to her request, as he only put 10% tariff on Canadian oil, basically Albertan oil, because Alberta is called Texas of the North, known for its oil rig, coal rig, and other critical resources. And people of Alberta are fed up with Canada, and seems like that Danielle Smith already said if Trudeau goes this way, then there is no guarantee of Alberta's future in the Canada, which is indication that Alberta may secede from Canada and join United States, which is very possible. As a result, this gives Trump an excuse or perhaps a legitimate reason to annex entire nation of Canada itself. And hence comes another reason, that is Arctic Ocean. Canada borders Arctic Ocean or North Pole. And right now ice is melting in the North Pole. Ice will be free from North Pole within some few decades. And hence Russia and China is trying to capitalize on Arctic zone. They are trying to capture Arctic Ocean. They know that US has control over all the oceans except Arctic. And hence Russia, China will not miss this opportunity to annex Arctic Ocean. And this worries Trump, because Trump is leader of United States. He know if either one of them annex Arctic Ocean, then Canada is next. And after that, Alaska and United States itself. Hence, the existence of USA comes under grave danger. And this is why Trump is putting all his effort not just to annex Canada, but also to annex Greenland, Iceland, and Faroe Island, which is entire Arctic Ocean. And he wants to put stiff and tough resistance to China and even in future Russia, because Trump knows China is expanding imperialist state, and so is Russia, which is also expansive nation. It only expands, it never contracts. It sucks everybody, whoever comes in the way. And Trump cannot afford to do this. Hence, expansive nation must be countered by being expansive nation itself. And plus, critical resources are available in these countries, as does in Canada, which helps Trump to make United States most powerful nation for another 3 to 400 years. It's a record, because US is powerful only since 1945, not before that. And it's only 80 years US is most powerful nation in the world. Unlike Britain, which was powerful for 300 years, France for 200 years, Spain, Portugal for 300 years, and so on. US want to break this record by becoming most powerful nation for more than 500 years. And Trump is very distant visionary man. He is a patriot of United States. He does not want to look for the neoliberal world order. He only want to put interest of United States first above everybody else. How Pierre Poilievre is responding, who is the probably future Prime Minister of Canada, currently opposition leader of Canada. He is saying that Trump is wrong, Trump should not do that, Trump is going ballistic, he support tariff. He is basically appeasing. This is not a way to respond. Instead of saying what problem Trump have, let us listen to him and let us solve the problem together. Because Canada and America are brother and sisters. And this relationship must not be broken. What Trudeau is doing is not correct. It must be dealt in a peaceful and diplomatic way, not going in a racist and violent way. But instead, Pierre is taking a very disappointing stance. Unlike Alberta's Premier Daniel Smith, who has taken excellent stances so far. What India can learn from this insane fight? India has a lot to learn from this. India behaved like a coward towards its neighbor like Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Maldives, Nepal, Bhutan, everybody. Instead of punishing, India appeases them. How? Example, India is supplying food grain to Bangladesh, food grain to Nepal, food grain to even Pakistan, despite Pakistan spits on India's face. Instead of taxing them or punishing them, India chose sign of cowardice. Even today, India seems to have learned no lesson since the era of Prithviraj Chauhan, or maybe even little before that. And seems India doesn't want to even learn because of maybe society culture is going downwards. Yet India should start learning. And how India can learn? We think we have a good tactic for it. That is sending students, sending people of India to other countries to see what other culture does, how other country behave in politics and so on. The problem of India is they think they are the best, they know they are everything, they are center of world, yet same time these same Indians show extreme inferiority complex towards white Europeans and so on. This is sign of weakness, not the sign of strength. and India needs to change its stance very quickly. If it does not, India's existence will be in grave danger within few years. Thank you. If you do love the video, do press like button, do share video, do tag to your loved one, and of course, don't forget to comment. And yes, please subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. You all don't subscribe, you only watch. Please, please press subscribe button so that I will be motivated to make more videos in future. Namaste.